Give me a sec. I don't know why this is not popping out. Are you working? Yeah, okay, cool. I don't know what that did. I really hate when OBS has to update and then you can't find anything you're looking for. I also did not check. Okay, that looks like it's alright. I was kind of hoping this would fix itself when I started streaming. Of course you don't fit. Okay, whatever. Make sure this even works. Okay. Well, this will have to do until I can figure out how to fix this later. Happy New Year. How's your new year been so far? I mean, it's only the 2nd, so can't be too bad, I guess. You know, we're just gonna hop right in. I've wasted 10 minutes trying to fix this and stuff. Continue. I don't remember what we were doing. Pack. What were we doing? No, not what I was looking for. It only shows what I've had since I've opened the save file. That's like pointless to me. So the idea that another woman had feelings for me was just a misunderstanding. I see. So what about it? I told you the other day, even if there was another woman who had romantic feelings for me, it wouldn't matter in the slightest. Oh. There you go. As long as there was a woman I was already dating, I would not be in a position to do anything in response to that other woman. Wouldn't it be the same for you? Would you care if another man had romantic feelings for you now? Would I care? No. No, I guess I wouldn't. Am I right? And there was no need to report this misunderstanding? It was 1 week ago that we had a dispute over this issue, but it feels like it was longer. It was only a week ago? Back then, I probably would have gotten angry over the fact that you're bringing this up again now, but I don't feel that way at all. I feel afraid of doing something like that and upsetting you. It's likely that I feel this way because we've been able to relax and talk like this. Now that I think about it, I might have been hoping for a time like this before too, a time when I could just talk with you peacefully. But now that we achieved that, I do have another question. Why did your attitude change? Could you... Why are you calling me right now? Oh, the phone. I don't mind. Go ahead and answer it. Hello. Happy New Year. Hopefully it's been going well so far. Hello? Hello? Where are you now? I was talking to mine during break at work today, and I found out who mine likes. It's so hilarious. Hey, Sawa, don't say it's hilarious. I'm serious. Sorry, but it really is funny. Why are you calling me about this? This seems like something you could just text me about and we move on. I'm not laughing. Anyway, I was talking to mine about coming to visit you today. Is that alright? And while we're there, you can both tell me the juicy details of how you professed your love. Don't worry, I'll be laughing with you. I won't tell you if you're going to laugh. It's been alright, I guess. Nothing busy. It's been busy so far, but otherwise it's been fine. So, Rose, is that okay, or are you too busy? I'm busy. Leave me alone, I guess? Don't worry about me. I'm not so narrow-minded that I force you to refuse your friends. We're hanging out right now? Like, you're not refusing. However, I'm thankful for your consideration. Is that Sawa and mine on the phone? Could you let me talk to them? Ah, sounds like he knows them. I wonder if those two were learning math with Kent too, or maybe he just knows them because they're friends of yours. It's me. Is this Sawa? Huh? Oh, is this Kent? It's been a while. Huh? No way, is that Kent? I want to talk to him too. You're too loud. I could hear you yelling through the phone. I haven't heard that sharp tongue of yours in a while either. I don't intend to engage in pointless chit-chat. Then why did you take the phone? There's an important matter to discuss. It sounds like you're planning to visit her place. Would you mind picking her up from my house instead? There has been suspicious people around her lately. I believe it would be safer for a rowdy group like you to walk with her than myself alone. What? Is protecting someone from suspicious people something you should ask girls to do? If you want to be treated like a woman, you need to act like one. That's all I have to say. That's so rude. Well, I don't really mind. Is that really all? I haven't talked to him in a while. Yeah, no, he's not the type to just sit down and chat. Hello, Rose? So we'll pick you up from Kent's place after work. Just wait for us. They were really noisy. If they're this noisy, even the Reaper man might be running for the hills once he hears them. Sawa and mine haven't changed. It's been 4 months since I was invited to your school to put on that sham of a lecture. I was fed up with them back then, but it was surprisingly nostalgic to hear their voices like this. Ah, so he really did teach Sawa and mine too. I wonder if they attend the same school. No, it's nothing. I'm not thinking of anything strange. Didn't ask, but okay. What? It's just, if that ridiculous class had never happened, I never would have met you, but I'm not feeling sentimental about it. I was simply examining the route we've taken to arrive here. In the 4 months since we met, our relations had done nothing but worsen, but then suddenly changed half a month ago. It's been half a month? I mean, 14th, I guess that's half a month. The change was also almost too sudden. I doubt it could have happened unless you intentionally decided upon it, but... Sorry, it's a bad habit of mine to imagine unpleasant scenarios. Don't worry about me, just go have fun with your friends tonight. What could this mean? Do you think he suspects something? Oh no, if he starts questioning you more seriously, he'll know right away that you have amnesia. But if we think about it, it could be okay to reveal it to him. That would be pretty daring. And if he decides to take you to the hospital, it'd be too late to just say it was just a joke. Does he seem like the dude who would take us to the hospital? You should probably think the options over a little more. Anyway, tonight you'll have a good talk with Sawa and mine. I hope we hear some new information. Okay, in celebration of mine's broken heart being just a misunderstanding, let's have a toast. That pizza looks weird. I guess that's a good thing, but it didn't exactly go well either, so I don't think it's something to toast about. Now, we don't know for sure that you've been rejected, and you'd still be better off than me, seeing as how I can't even find someone to reject me. Sawa, I think you're just setting your sights way too high. I know, right? I'm always aiming too high. If you know that, then fix the issue. Because of my dumb standards, I can't even find a guy to like. Is there really nobody you're interested in right now? There's plenty of attractive men around you. But there's nobody who feels like the right one. The manager and Shin acts the way they do. Ken's already taken, and I feel like Toma's hiding something. And that friend of yours, Iki, he seems kind of questionable too. You really do expect too much. Maybe, but you say even the manager is a catch. I think you'll just take anybody you can get. Don't say such a rude thing. The manager is charming in his own way too. Like how? Like being very enthusiastic about his work. No, he's just doing the minimum that he needs to do as a manager. It might be hard, but he's running the cafe according to his own beliefs. What are you even talking about? Well, I guess he has more of that than most people. But since that's your type, wouldn't Kent be the perfect match for you? It'd be a challenge. Yeah, I tried asking Kent out before, but he rejected me. Seriously? The manager wasn't interested in me, so I thought I'd try going after another attractive guys. You've got guts, I'll tell you that. But everyone has their good points, you know? My number one aim right now is Iki. I think you flip-flop too much. I was careless when I tried making a move on Ken, and it ended up going pretty badly. You heard about it, right, Rose? I forgot that's her name. You were there when I tried. Remember, I was putting the moves on Kent, but he shot me down with any mercy. Another memory. Are we in the school? I had told him I've been interested in you for a while now. What do you think? Want to go out with me? We can just try it out and see how things go. It's so a flippant answer when asking someone out. Ridiculous. What? Talk to me after you get 100% on your next test. I couldn't possibly stand dating an idiot. An idiot? That's going too far. Then prove you aren't one. If you take your classes seriously, I'll consider going on a date with you. Rose? Were you watching? Rose. Huh, so something like that happened. Yeah, isn't it terrible? Hey, that was a memory of the past just now, wasn't it? Versus a memory of the future, I guess? What? So you actually witnessed something like that. I wonder what happened afterwards. If only you could remember just a little more. After that happened, I couldn't believe it when I heard that Rose was going out with Kent. Did you manage to get a perfect score on one of Kent's tests? That's impossible. The problems he comes up with are too hard. By the way, who asked who out? Here we go. We definitely need to hear this. What? We don't know? So, who confessed to who? You to him or Kent to you? What should we do? Who do you think it was? I think we asked. I see, so that means you're the one who had feelings for Kent. You even saw me get totally rejected by him. It must have taken a lot of guts to ask him out. Yeah, you really like him that much? We don't really know if that's the case. I wonder what really happened. I know, I shouldn't ask you this since I asked him out first, but what do you see in him? That's seriously something you of all people shouldn't be asking. I wonder if I'll find someone nice. I told you, you need to lower your standards first. Stop being so picky and start looking for the good in people. I've been looking, I can't see anything. You must be blind. Everyone has some good points to them. Sawa, you're always really open when it comes to accepting girls for who they are, but you're impossible when it comes to men. That really hurts. It's all fine and dandy being friends with lots of girls, but you really need to trust someone from the bottom of your heart to date them. You don't start with mutual trust, you build it up over time. Does it really work that way? I really feel like this is going to turn into an all-nighter. Well, I think it's good to have a change of pace once in a while and let loose with your girlfriends. Wait, really? Yes, yes. Thank you so much, manager. I'll see you tomorrow. Alright. Are you up? Perfect timing. The manager said okay. Sawa, she fell asleep. She didn't even hear what the plan was. Oh, right. Well, you see, we're planning to have the employees' summer outing tomorrow, the one mine thought of before. It's at a pool, a heated pool. We really wanted to go to the beach, though. Yeah, but it's a little too cold to go swimming at the beach. Is it cold in August? The pool, huh? Anyway, Sawa was planning for us to see a different side of everyone that we didn't normally see. And at the same time check out some hot guys. Mine just called it an employee event so we could invite the manager too. It's a perfect plan. So now that you know, you should go ahead and invite Kent. Wait, why? Wait, they want... What? Kent doesn't even have anything to do with work stuff. We can leave the cafe to Toma. He'll manage it just fine. All that's left to do is invite Shin. That's so rude. It's a work event, and we're not even gonna invite everyone. Yep, I'll send him a message. Shin? I feel like we've heard the name a number of times. Yes, we've heard it at least 3 times. But we've never met anyone by that name. He must work at the same place since his name's coming up now. He might just work on days you don't have shifts. Wow, I'm getting kind of nervous. It's been a while since we met someone new. We can't mess up. We need to get through it. What's wrong? You should send Kent a message and ask if he's free. Okay. Alright. Would you like to go to the pool with everyone tomorrow? And send. A pool? Where did that idea come from? Not that I mind at all, but so should I wear a swimsuit? I mean, it is a pool, unless you're not going to go swimming. Should I wear a swimsuit? Ken's hopeless. He seems overwhelmed just thinking about it. It's not like we're still in middle school. Did Kent say okay? I know he's busy, but that's nice of him. I got a reply from Shin. He said he'll go. Alright, he fell for it. Let's go to the pool tomorrow. Yay, the pool. Oh, do you two have swimsuits? I was thinking of getting a new one. Do you want to go buy them together? Oh, I'll go. I only have a racing swimsuit. Sawa, at this rate, you'll never get a boyfriend. Oh, be quiet. That's why I'm trying to change things now. I hope someone tries to pick me up at the pool. That attitude is no good. You need to take the initiative and approach guys yourself. Wait, seriously? I'm serious. That's why we need to go buy bikinis to show off. What is this design thing on Sawa's shirt? It kind of looks like a feather, but not really. Let's put on makeup and go. You too, Rose. Wait, we're going? Well, I guess we'll go along with them today. And if possible, we need to find out more about Shin. Mine? You know, I'm gonna keep calling her mine though. Rebel, all this noise has destroyed my brain. I was about to go unconscious. Orion's so cute and makes some funny noises. Wow, they aren't kidding when they say a group of 3 girls gets rowdy. You're pretty quiet though, so it's not too bad. But that wasn't a good source of new information. You did manage to buy a swimsuit, so it was kind of productive. I wonder if this is really okay. It's already August 15th. Wait, it's already August 15th. Then there's only 10 days left until Kent's conference, and then he's going to England after that, right? Doesn't that mean you only have 10 days left to talk to Kent, and three of those are work days? This is bad. We don't have time to relax. I wonder what you thought of Kent studying abroad before you lost your memories. If you really wanted to stop him, you wouldn't be playing around. You need to talk to Kent more. All I was thinking was that it would be fine if you just regained your memories, but maybe all of this has just robbed you of the precious time you have left with him. It's possible that because you don't have your memories, something will happen that can't be undone. I'm sorry, I'll work harder so you can get your memories back faster. Okay, looks like everyone's here. Let's all go to the pool. I heard this was a gathering for people working at the cafe, so I thought I was obligated to come. Oh, we've never seen him before. Maybe he's Shin? He's got a harsh air around him. I wonder how close you two were. Yeah, it's an informal gathering, just like I told you. And why isn't Toma here? He's the one who works the most. That's what I'm saying. That's so rude. We didn't even invite Toma. If Toma came, who would look after the cafe? You can close it for a day, I guess. I don't know, maybe the manager? But the manager definitely had to come. This is a gathering for the manager and his employees. What? Was that really why we're here? Did you hear about this manager? I'd be happy if you could affirm or deny this. That was a yes. How do you know? How do you not understand? You really need to get to know him better. Toma already understands the manager perfectly, so he's fine. Fine, not like I mind. Then who's this big guy? I've never met him before. He's Rose's boyfriend. What's your boyfriend doing at an employee gathering? Well, we thought they should deepen their bond, so this is killing two birds with one stone. I don't understand this at all. I didn't hear that this was an employee-only gathering. Is it really okay for an outsider like me to be here? You're already here. Well, I don't really get it, but you're here anyway. I'll introduce myself. I'm Shin. It's nice to meet you. Huh? He's actually pretty well-mannered. I'm Kent. I'm studying mathematics at Saichi University. Yes, I heard from my brother. Wait, does he mean an older brother? Could that mean he's the younger brother of someone you know? I see. Rose, who's his brother? Oh, don't ask us. Well, it's not Toma. We know that because Toma's our age. I doubt it's the manager if he doesn't understand the manager. I mean, I guess I could do Iki. It... We'll just say, I don't know either. What are you talking about? That's not impossible. I know, but none of the choices were good options either. It's not like she would know. Oh, well. Oh. My brother's name is Toma. He has a math lesson with you before. Well. The lesson I gave at the university where I was invited by Sawa and the others, although I hesitate to call that a lesson. Now I understand. I heard that most of the people there were co-workers, but I see your brother was there as well. Yes, that's why I know about you. I also heard that Rose disliked you, yet you managed to hold on and get her to go out with you. I won't get in your way. Go right ahead and deepen your bond. See you later. I see. So even someone as distant from me as Toma could tell that you disliked me. Well, that's no surprise. I think his feelings hurt now. What? Who says it that way? But it looks like other people really did see you as not like taking a liking to Kent. Yay, it's the pool. This is the first time all summer. Well, it hasn't exactly been good weather for going to a pool. The pool's indoors. You can go anytime. Wow, it's an indoor pool, but you can see the sky. This is nice. What are you thinking? Just what are you thinking wearing a bathing suit like that? It's almost like underwear. Didn't you know I was coming? I kind of want to see what we're wearing now. Do you understand how dangerous it is to show so much skin to a man you're dating? That's not to say it's okay to show it to other men either. Enough, come with me. Ken, where are you going? I'm sorry to Sawa and the others, but I can't let you look like this in front of such a large number of men. It's odd when people wear, like, bows in their hair in the pool. If we do this, I won't see you either. I'll have you stay with me like this until it's time to leave. Well, if you want to be alone, I could let you do that too. But if a woman shows herself like this and she's alone, there'd definitely be people who would have wicked thoughts. I think the best option would be for me to stay with you, or maybe my sense of reasoning is growing dull. I want you to stay with me, I guess. I see. If that's what you want, that's what we'll do. I'm sorry for dragging you away so forcefully. I'm sure you were surprised. Your shoulders are so small, and your arms, I didn't think they were so thin. I suppose women are just built light and weak. I now see that I should treat you with more care. I apologize. I'll be more careful from now on. In the past, I wouldn't have apologized and you would have gotten angry with me, telling me not to treat a woman so roughly. Back when we started going out, I didn't think that we'd be able to maintain this relationship so peacefully. I thought we would fight and break up almost immediately, and I had half given up, but reality sure does have its unexpected developments. I really wonder why you changed so much. Do you not intend to tell me the reason? Obviously he didn't prefer the past me. So, did I really change that much? You don't realize it? Actually, I myself might have just changed more than I've realized as well. Although, it's a little bit wasteful to just talk. Since we're at a pool, let's swim a little. Are you good at swimming? If you're in the water, you'll be able to avoid any wandering eyes. I know. How about we have a contest to see who can swim the furthest? I'll give you as much of a handicap as you want. If I win, please, just don't leave the water until I bring you a towel. Is that fair? That was fun. Was this really a gathering to deepen bonds? Rose was off on her own the whole time, not like I care or anything. Now, it's rude to question her over such tiny details. Wait, even you look like you agree with her, Waka. Oh, see, you got to know the manager's expressions too. That's plenty of bonding, right, manager? Yay, looks like the manager had fun too. I'm happy. Aren't you just interpreting him however you want? Is any of this even correct? Don't worry, you can just tell by looking. It looks like the couple off on their own deepen their bonds too. Let's ask about it next time we see her at work. I'm looking forward to that. Alright, then I guess we're done. I'll walk you home. Today was fun. Wait, what am I doing? It was only yesterday that I was freaking out about not being able to recover your memories quickly enough. All I did today was smile while you were playing around with Ken. I'm not good at all. What are we gonna do when Kent leaves? With this random stalker person that maybe is stalking us? At least he was a creep. Tomorrow's the day. Isn't it a work day though? But still, what can we do to seriously start reclaiming more memories? I think we've gotten most of the information we can out of just living daily life over the last half a month. To be honest, just relaxing and reading next to Kent like this wouldn't give us any information. At this rate, yet another day will go by without any progress. Let's try organizing our thoughts and make a plan. In order to gain more information from now on, I think there are 2 routes we can take. One is to brave some danger and ask more assertive questions to the people around you. The other is to brave even more danger and tell Kent about your amnesia. Of course, if you're too afraid, we can just let things take their own course and stay on the defensive for now. So how do you feel about this? What do you want to do? Admit everything. You sure are bold. Well, I'm sure he would be worried for you at the very least, and I'm sure he's a good ally. I also understand that it's painful to keep lying to him. The only problem is that Kent is extremely stubborn. In other words, it would only be okay to tell him if we know for sure that he wouldn't take you to a hospital. I don't think he's gonna take us to the hospital. Rose, why have you been staring at me like that? It's distracting. There's only a week left before the conference, and I'm not at all prepared yet. I don't have time to play around with you. If you tempt me like yesterday, I'll just end up leaving. What is exactly wrong with me? Even now, I'm taking your gaze the wrong way, and I can't help but look at you. If you think my misunderstandings are bothersome, tell me. That way I can concentrate on my work. What misunderstanding? I assume you can infer from my assumptions, correct? No, not really. How should I interpret your actions? Is it really a misunderstanding? Or are you really going to say that you were simply looking at me? Does he think we were giving him a hot look or something? Hot look. We're not trying to be flirtatious here. We're just trying to tell him what's going on. I see. Yes, that would have been obvious. I'm sure you were simply thinking about something and happened to be looking my way. Do you not intend to tell me what you were thinking about then? It seems it is not something that's easy to talk about. That's fine. This isn't the time to be thinking of such unnecessary things. If I don't concentrate, I won't make it in time for the conference. I'm sorry, but could you face the other way when you read? Try not to enter my field of view. This is no good. He's gone into full ignore mode. I understand that Ken's busy, but we need to gather as much information as possible too. It might be best to leave Kent for a while and try gathering information from other people. Or we just wait till he's done for the day. Another day's over. What should we do? We don't have much time. Looks like it's getting dark. I'll walk you home. Oh, it's still too early to give up. This should be the time that you can speak the most freely with him. Do your best and try to get him to talk about old memories.
Oh, Kimi!
Rose? It's the Reaper Man. I see, so your boyfriend is walking you home. That's good. I don't need to worry. Don't get any closer. I see you're wary. Well, yes, I think it's good that you're wary around me. Rose, could this man be the Reaper-like man that you mentioned before? Reaper, that's amusing. You might not be wrong though. Although I do actually have a name, it's Yuko. You seem to know me, but I don't recall ever meeting you. That's right, I just know you, it's all one way. And what about Rose? She's... I don't know, well, do you remember me? What do you mean you don't know? Does she know you or does she not? Which is it? He is such a creep, but we only know you from that one encounter. Is it really okay to answer that so honestly? I see, so we haven't met, or maybe you just don't remember? Regardless, I'm glad you seem well. Be very careful as you go about your life, and be especially careful around me. Wait, what exactly do you know? Nothing that I can talk about at this stage. More importantly, Ken, take good care of her. I don't need to be told that by someone I don't even know. Oops. Back. Oh, right, sorry. There was a time when we knew each other too. What? No, it's nothing. Pay no attention to me. Just don't let your guard down. Don't pay attention to me, but also pay attention to me. If I see you near her again, I won't hesitate to report you to the police. That's fine. Just make sure that you don't hesitate when the time comes. Anyway, I hope we never meet again. I won't go by the cafe anymore. I hope you find happiness. He was a mysterious and creepy man, just as you said. Did you doubt me the first time? On the surface, he seemed to be worried about you, but I don't comprehend why he's treating himself as such a dangerous person. I suppose a straight interpretation would be he might lose control and become the type of man who kills for pleasure. Although I don't want to believe that. Kills for pleasure? Don't say something like that so lightly. By the cafe, could he mean... could he have meant... Mido no... Hisuji? Did he show up there often? We have no idea. We've never seen him there as far as we know. And you were talking to him like you didn't know him. Maybe he goes to that cafe, but you just don't recognize him? He's a dude with long green hair? That's just kind of creepy. I think we would recognize this dude if we ever saw him at the cafe. You would probably remember his face if he called you by name a lot. And yesterday, your attitude towards that young man, Shin, was like you've never met him before. What? Now you're the suspicious one? And now that I think about it, on that day when your attitude suddenly changed. Wait, stop that train of thought. Just let him figure it out. I mean, we probably shouldn't be talking about this in the middle of the street. But let the man figure out that we have amnesia. Anyway, that man is dangerous. We should get you home before it's completely dark outside. You have work tomorrow, right? I'll come to the cafe to pick you up, so don't go home alone. Got it? We're grateful, but what should we do? He's really suspicious. Oh, Rose, Kent is at the table over there. Wait, already? There's still an hour left before we're off work. He wanted to know about Yuko, and I told him Yuko was one of your regular customers. Don't tell me you're cheating with him on Yuko. Why would you say that? She's not. Wait. And was Yuko really that regular of a customer to the point where you knew him by name? What should we do? This is bad. You talked to him like he was a stranger yesterday. Kent probably thinks this is strange too. And isn't it a little unfair to him to not come to you about this, but instead ask mine instead? Rose, are you having trouble with Yuko? I just heard about it from Kent. Toma too? I heard that as well. Why is everyone coming up to bother us about this? And the manager? There's nowhere to run. What should we do? You can run from Kent or foreign ignorance, or just tell him the truth. Regardless of how much you trust Kent, this is a big decision. You have to make one choice. Have we seen this background before? It was cute. Oh no, work's over. Have you decided what to do yet? Kent's waiting for you, but if you meet with him now, he'll definitely ask about Yuko. Yes, let's run away together. That's a stupid choice. Yeah, he's waiting for you. You can't help it. Alright, let's make up our mind and go. Probably should save before I chose that option, but now it is too late. We can save now, I guess. Wait, Kent isn't here. Did you need something? Oh, are you looking for Kent? He's waiting for you outside. It's a good thing we didn't decide to try and run away. Hey. It feels like we're face to face with our executioner. Let's go home. Wait, he's not going to ask? We'd be grateful if he didn't say anything, but this is kind of anticlimactic. But knowing he suspects you and not being asked anything makes me feel anxious. This was really unexpected. The silence is too painful. We're already close to home. Do you want to try to ask him something as a distraction? Do you mind if I come in? I want to talk. Here it comes. Rose, are you okay? Think you can talk to him? Regardless of whether you tell the truth or not, we'll need some determination. I was thinking of the possible reasons that you could have a change in your attitude. There were a number of factors to consider, reasons ranging from a mere whim or a change of heart to the far-fetched such as an alien abduction. I think the scale he's using is a little large. After eliminating various ideas one by one, I was left contemplating the likelihood of a single possibility. Regardless of how unbelievable the conclusion may be, seeing how I could find no mistakes in my reasoning, my only other choice is to believe it. So I've come to the most feasible conclusion: your memories are missing. I'm still in the examination stage of determining the extent of that memory loss. At the very least, you seem to be missing memories from college. I believe the chances are high that you've forgotten all of your past interactions with me. So, do you have any objections? Sorry for trying to hide it. I knew it. I'm thankful that you answered me honestly. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell someone? I didn't want to be shut away, I guess. That isn't a reason to hide it from everyone. I'm sure a lot of things were inconvenient for you, but I can understand why you would feel that way. Still, I see. So you really forgot. Am I correct to assume that you lost your memories sometime between our discussion on July 30th and August 1st? I'm sure you were surprised by receiving such a sudden and unpleasant call. You probably would have already guessed, but we had an argument over something trivial the day before. It wasn't just the day before, we argued every time we met over the worst of reasons. Yeah, we already know. Orion! Shh. Since you didn't remember any of that, I'm sure I seemed like a strange man to you. I always spoke prepared for anything to turn into a dispute. You probably wondered why I was always angry. Yeah, we really did. And yet, you still decide that I was worthy of some trust, am I correct? If not, you truly didn't trust anybody, you wouldn't be as vulnerable around me as you are now. Well, there really wasn't anything suspicious about you, Kent. So am I correct? Kent is acting a lot calmer than I expected. Maybe he isn't surprised? I thought he'd send you to the hospital immediately, but he's shown no signs of that. We started dating on July 28th. Your attitude changed so suddenly just 3 days later. We were dating for 3 days and were just constantly arguing already? When I realized you were acting differently, I was confused. I thought that perhaps you were taking our going out seriously too. I thought you actually had taken a liking to me. Whoops. I couldn't bring myself to discuss such optimistic reasoning, but it seems I really was wrong. You had suddenly forgotten that you didn't like me, forgotten that our relationship was full of conflict. You took the fact that we were dating as true and acted like you were my girlfriend. To be honest, I realized from the beginning that something was strange, but I didn't want to believe it. I wanted to believe that the you now was the real you. I'm sure you'll remember eventually the real you, the you that disliked me. When will that day come? Today? Tomorrow? If I tell you the truth, will you end up remembering everything? Will you remember the things that happened between us and how you really felt about me? I was scared, and I averted my eyes from the truth. I'm sorry. I'm sure I could have helped you a lot sooner. I didn't want you to remember anything. Even as we speak now, I'm still confused and hesitant. I don't want to tell you anything. I don't want you to remember. I just want you to keep acting like this, like we're a happy couple. I realize that way of thinking is just my own ego, but still. Is it okay if I don't remember? Thank you. I'm so sorry. However, I know this is something I need to talk about. You have every right to know exactly who you are. You were a university student who grew up in a very normal middle-class family. Your family lives some distance away, but you came to the city for college. I met you at a math study session planned by Sawa and mine. They invited me to be the lecturer. The name of the study session was something along the lines of relearning basic math that's embarrassing to talk to people about at this age. Anyway, I'm sure their aim was Ikkyu. It seems they had asked him to be their lecturer first. Ikkyu was in the same club as mine. I had heard many times before that she was looking for a way to get closer to him. But Ikkyu introduced me instead, saying that I was far more suitable when it comes to mathematics. He said I helped you out in some of my experiments. He said he'd help me out in some of my experiments concerning his condition, so I agreed to the lecture. You were one of the students participating at that time. We didn't get close during that class, though. Our ages were fairly far apart. I was simply the teacher and you were a student. How far apart in age are we? However, after getting to recognize who you were, I realized that we walked the same path at about the same time every morning. I was taking walks as a change of lifestyle from being shut in the laboratory, and you were walking your dog. We have a dog? We've never seen this dog. After realizing you knew me, you would talk to me every day. There's no special reason why our relationship was so rocky. I anger people fairly easily, so it was normal for people to dislike me. The only thing that was different, though, is that you never gave up on talking to me. No matter how many times we argued, you never learned your lesson. You still tried to start up conversations. Wait, which character do you think the dog is? To this day, I'm still not sure if I should call them disputes or debates. Regardless, I'm sure you were trying to get to know me better. That Oh, you think Orion's gonna be the dog? Orion's not the dog. Orion's a spirit. One thing that still hasn't changed in you. Anyway, because of that situation, even after the study sessions ended, we'd see each other and argue every morning. You were really surprised when I asked you out. I still don't really know myself why I chose you. I mean, maybe. It would be interesting if Orion turned out to be the spirit of our dead dog. I suppose I could only see my feelings for you as being romantic in nature, and that's why I asked you. You were very shocked. It was only natural. The only thing we had ever done before then was argue. And I'm sure you don't remember now why you decided to accept my request. I suppose you could just say that it was the heat of the moment. It looked almost like you had accepted a challenge. Do you still remember nothing? Yeah, I just talk over all of it. But if I turn it off, the music's not loud enough, so I just left all the voice acting on. I remember. Yes, I remember. What? I said I can only see my feelings towards you as being romantic in nature. And if a man has romantic feelings for a woman, his response should be to ask her out. That's what I thought, so that's what I did. Wait a minute. You said yourself before that love is just something created by chemicals in the brain. I did, and I still believe that now. Then why? What's wrong with delusions? At present, there are changes commonly known as love occurring in my brain. That's the truth. And I'm interested in these changes. I want to analyze whether this really is a romantic emotion or not, and if it is, exactly what changes will occur. So, Rose, do you have romantic feelings for anyone right now? Not really, but then there should be no problems. Would you like to try dating me? It's like an experiment. Why should I have to cooperate with something like that? If you don't want to, that's fine. But I thought you wanted to preach to me about the existence and meaning of love. This is the perfect chance. I believe romantic emotions are merely a product of Intracerebral chemicals, a part of one's instinct to preserve its species. However, you said that love doesn't need to have such a reason. If, as you say, the emotions known as love is a higher power beyond such reasoning and calculations, I'd like you to make me believe it. If you manage to prove to me that you are correct, I promise to hold your emotional arguments in higher regard. I don't see any drawbacks to this proposition on your part, but I don't like you. I fully understand your dislike for me, more than I'd like to, in fact. Actually, the word dislike may not describe it well enough. I could even say that I'm hated by you. That's what I believe. But would you give up on preaching the higher meaning of love just because you detest a man? That's a stupid way to start dating, but... Right, I didn't like Kent. But after hearing the logic in his argument, I couldn't find a good reason to refuse him. I got irritated and accepted it. That's what happened 3 days before I lost my memories. I see. It was only natural for Kent to see my attitude as suspicious. What is it? Do you remember something? I'm sure it wasn't a favorable memory in regards to us. I really doubt that the previous me would have sat down and talked calmly with Kent like this. There's no way you have any memories favorable of me. If I didn't lose my memories, I might never have seen Kent make such a sad face in front of me. That was the end of the day, I guess. Okay. 'Cause that made sense to end it right there. Hey, Rose? Can you see me? Can you hear my voice? Hello? Finally, you looked. That was a surprise. You hadn't responded to me at all since yesterday, so I thought you couldn't see me anymore. Anyway, it looks like we're still connected. You talked to Kent a lot yesterday and remembered a bunch of things. It looks like we're making progress in separating. Well, I'm happy that things are going the way we wanted, but... Doesn't your relationship with Kent seem really strange? I feel really irresponsible if I was just like, mission complete and left you like this. Of course, I want to be separated, but I also want to see you off into a good future. That's how I feel. By the way, your relationship, I guess we can just say that Kent's love towards you was one-sided? I'm glad that he didn't have any intentions of dragging you off to the hospital, but maybe he's also thinking that he doesn't want you to remember. You still feel kind of dizzy, don't you? Maybe it's the shock from remembering all those memories at once. You have work today. Will you be alright? Try not to push yourself too hard. Anyway, let's head over now. Why is everyone saying I'm cheating on him? Hey, so I heard that the rumor about you cheating on Kent with Yuko is gaining more grounds. That's not right at all. Now that I think about it, Yuko hasn't come to the cafe lately. Have you been having your traits with him in the great outdoors? No, we're gonna be faithful. I doubt being threatened on the street at night could be considered a trace. I'm so jealous. Why are you so popular with guys? Is it still popular if it's only one guy? That reminds me, I wonder if Kent will come by today to pick you up. What should you do if you see him? All day worrying about it, and now it's already evening. Hey. Let's go home. I feel dizzy. That's right. I always walked alongside Kent like this, but those times, I didn't really like those times. I look so dead inside. How long are you going to act like that? Rose, what happened? No, I don't want to remember. Rose, are you okay? Rose, pull yourself together, don't die. I don't think remembering memories will let us die, but... Rose, are you awake? Why are you here? I'm fine. I see. Well, I had gone to get water, and during that time you lost consciousness, so I panicked. I lost my composure. I apologize. Huh? Are you half asleep or something? Do you remember collapsing? You collapsed while you were walking home. You managed to make it home, but you lost consciousness. Kent was worried, that's why he's like this. Your fatigue must have been building up. You had to stay on your toes all this time. It might be best to take tomorrow off from work and rest. How do you feel? You look really pale. I'm sorry. This is my fault. You don't have to remember things that you don't want to remember, although that may just be my desires talking. I don't think you can just physically stop yourself from remembering memories, but okay. Is it so bad to keep things the way they are now? Do you absolutely need to remember? Even if your memories would destroy the relationship we have now? I'm sorry, I suppose you can't do that. I'm sure you want to regain your memories, that's only natural. It's just that as Kent says, you can't just sit by and not remember anything. If you don't try to regain your memories, if you don't try to retrieve your memories, my consciousness will invade yours more and more. If you don't remember your past and separate from me, your life will turn into a total mess. I feel bad for Ken, and it's possible that you don't want to remember either, but you can't not remember these things. These days are going so quickly, we must be getting to the end. Looks like someone's here. I wonder if it's Kent. Can you get up? Think you can walk to the door? Good morning. Mind if I come in? Of course. I don't mind if you stay in bed. You don't have any family around, right? I came here to look after you. How are you feeling? Think you can eat? I brought nutrition. I bought nutritious and sweet foods that are easy to eat. A simple and effective way to replenish stamina. I'll give you some water. Don't worry about me. Just lie down. Kent is really nice. He really is like a different person from when we first met. I wonder if Kent changed, or maybe he was always a nice guy if you never got mad at him. But he was saying things like he's used to being disliked. In that case, Kent must have changed completely in the past 3 weeks. That conference is really important to him, but he's taking care of you instead of preparing. Oh, are you dizzy? Sorry, now's not the time to be thinking deeply. Just sleep. I'll keep watch to make sure Kent doesn't try anything funny. Good night, Rose. Rose, what's wrong? Are you okay? Oh, sorry, you were just sleeping. That was a shock. I can't tell if he's taking care of you or making you more tired. Please, just don't die. She's not dying. Don't go anywhere. I'll do anything for your sake. At first, this relationship was simply engaging my interest. I thought it would be fine if we broke up eventually. But I now know what it's like to be with you. I couldn't bear to lose you now. Do you wish to go to the hospital, or should I call a doctor here? If there's anything I can do, just let me know. I just want to tell him. I want to tell him why you're so exhausted and why you can't go to the hospital. I want to tell him that not having anything to jog your memory is the most dangerous thing. You agree, don't you? You can see just how much Kent worries about you. He said that you can ask him for anything. I wonder if that includes asking him to believe in the existence of spirits. I doubt it. What is it? Is there something you need? Will you believe me if I tell you something? What, do you have a secret even more shocking than the fact you don't have memories? So you're going to tell him? That's right, you don't want to keep any secrets from someone who's worried about you. 15 minutes later. Is he gonna believe us? Are you testing my determination? I told you that I'd do anything, but if you ask me to believe you, I'd be a liar if I didn't. I understand. Let's say that you are possessed by a spirit. It's not hypothetical. No, I believe you. There's a spirit possessing you. This is not an actual illness and you don't want to go to a hospital. That spirit will disappear if you regain your memories. On the other hand, if your memories remain sealed, the spirit will encroach further into your mind. That sums up the condition you're in. We'll talk with these points under the assumption that I understand. It seems a bit like he doesn't believe you. Well, even if he's pretending to believe you, that's good enough. It may seem senseless at a glance, but the story is backed up by several factors. One of the reasons I have a difficult time believing you have amnesia was because you seemed overly calm. Normally, one would be in a confused panic without memories, since one couldn't possibly get by alone. While you couldn't trust anyone at first, I couldn't comprehend why you would hesitate to tell anyone for this long. Also, you had full memories of general social knowledge. Normally, one would go to the hospital or the police if they found themselves in your situation. However, you didn't take such an action that would be considered normal. You behave in a way that would hide your memory loss. To be honest, I don't see why. However, if your absurd actions had an absurd reason, I can understand somewhat. And that reason is something like out of a fairy tale. The spirit, as you call it, told you to do this. When he says it like that, it sounds more like I'm an evil spirit possessing your body. There are other things that concern me. After losing your memories, you would always focus your gaze somewhere else while you were thinking. Your gaze wouldn't shift from that place for a while. It was a strange habit. But I can understand why, if you happen to be looking at something I couldn't see. I get it. Whenever I start talking like this, you always look at me. Anyway, setting aside the question of whether the spirit really is a spirit or not, I can fully understand the explanation that you are able to perceive an absurd being similar to that. That was unexpected, and his reasoning was unexpected too. Also, it seems that the spirit is becoming more distant the more your memories are stimulated. The cerebral cortex is the part of the brain that stores what we call memories. Did he just start a different topic? And if you're able to remember these memories via various stimuli, that means that there's no danger to your cerebral cortex. And there are no issues with the memories you've made after the start of your amnesia. We can assume there's no danger to the frontal lobe responsible for recalling memories, or the hippocampus responsible for organizing memories. The only issue present is that you can't recall matters from the past that you should know. For example, if the cerebral cortex is a wardrobe and the hippocampus is a table upon which you lie memories out after removing them from the wardrobe. The only thing the spirit is impeding is the opening of the old drawers in that wardrobe. If you think about your experiences until now, and the spirit becoming more distant as memories are regained, open these old drawers causes the spirit clinging to them to be thrown off. It doesn't matter which old drawers are open. However, it doesn't seem that the newer drawers are included. So, spirit, is my explanation correct? Wait, is he asking me? I don't know that. I mean, it's sound logic. If you have an answer, Spirit, write it down on a piece of paper. I'd like to communicate through writing. Communicating through writing? Me and Kent? Right, it's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet me? Listen, Spirit, I'm requesting an answer in regards to the assumption I have just explained. I don't know if that's correct or not. It doesn't seem to be a smart being. That's so rude. Oh, be quiet. However, this is a very human response. It seems there really is another being inside your head. In that case, I should try to interact with it more humanely. It's nice to meet you, Spirit. I'm probably the first person to greet you. You really are. What a surprise. You're surprised? You seem to be a cheerful character. Anyway, Spirit, you wish to leave her body as soon as possible. Of course I do, but I was too worried to leave before finding someone she can trust. I see, so I'm not someone that can be trusted? I think you can be trusted, but you're going to be leaving to study abroad soon. That's true. I see, so that's why it doesn't seem like you have much enthusiasm for recovering her memories. Well, I do want to recover them, but it hasn't been going well. But I definitely want her to recover everything one day and return to her normal life. I just want to avoid rushing and putting her in a bad situation. Sure, I'm going to be gone once we separate, but she still has to live with her life afterwards. I see. It seems your spirit is a very kind-hearted spirit. If you like to recover those memories more quickly, I can think of several ways I could help. I could talk of memories to provide her with the adequate simulations, and I could also get in touch with Sawa, Toma, and the others to do so. Creating new drawers of memories would be another way to utilize their cooperation. It seems you haven't remembered many memories up until now. If that amount is enough to make the spirit start fading away, it shouldn't be too difficult to free the rest of those drawers. If you desire it, I promise to continue helping you after I return from abroad. That's a year from now, dude. That doesn't help me. Is it okay if I remember? Of course, I don't mind. Sorry, I was upset yesterday. It's only natural for me to help you regain your normal life. Even that not too bright spirit was able to see that as the natural course of action. What was I thinking? Is he calling me dumb? Spirit, I'm sorry about the actions I've taken in the past. I'll prioritize your happiness from now on. Could you feel at ease and just leave her to me? Well, if that's really what you want, I think that would be best, Kent. Even if you leave me as a result of regaining your memories, I promise I'll do what I can to make sure there are no difficulties in your life. So don't worry, you can rely on me. Kent, I think it's a good thing that you're here. You're her boyfriend, Kent. I see. Thank you. I need to do my best to live up to those words. I think we're almost done with this world, so we might just keep going until then. We will see though, if this world gets too long. We're here. We're pretty used to coming over to Kent's house now. Hello? Yes, coming. Wait, who's this? My, and who are you? Oh, could she be Kent's mom? Nobody's ever home, so this is the first time we've met anyone else. Mother, she's someone I know. Oh, Ken, I didn't know you were coming to answer the door. She's my guest. More importantly, don't you have a cold? Why did you get up? Rose, you too. Are you feeling okay already? You don't have to force yourself to visit. My, how kind. Is she your girlfriend? Mother, just return to bed. Am I right? Well, yes. Oh dear. You never told me you had a girlfriend before. Why don't you say anything? You should introduce us. We aren't at the stage where I need to introduce her to my parents yet, but we're already here. Just introduce us. You should stay over for dinner tonight. I'll tell my husband to come home early too. Mother, she's only just recovered, and you took time off work too. You should go back to bed. I'm fine now, so is that okay with you? Both options are fine, I guess. There's not one I want over the other. I guess I'll stay over. Sorry about this, Rose. If you don't feel well at any point, feel free to go back home. Yes, just don't push yourself. Mother, you're the one who's pushing herself. But it's rare for me to have time off of work like this. You're going to be abroad soon, so you might not have many chances to see her. You should make good use of an opportunity, and it would be efficient to introduce ourselves properly today since we've just met. Your father would agree too. Well, that's true, but this entire family is full of rational thinkers. Regardless, standing around here isn't good for someone in your condition. Come in. Yes, of course. Please, come right in. I'll make you some tea. You should go to bed. Sorry for the surprise. My mother rarely's at home, but she wasn't feeling well today. She may appear well, but she had a fever of 38 degrees Celsius. Seriously? Oh, you likely don't know this. My mother is a lawyer and my father researches mathematics at the university. They're both busy and are rarely at home. In fact, before I started dating you, I spent most of the time at the university as well. Now I'm staying at home as often as I can. I just thought it would be easier for you to visit here. However, it's also true that some work can't be done outside the university. I don't have many days left. I was actually planning to go there this afternoon. I'm sorry, but it might be difficult to meet with you until the conference is over. Although you probably don't mind, I'm the one who wants to see you. I want to see you too? I see. Then I'll call you. How does that sound? That's not a bad idea. That reminds me, you two have never had a conversation on a phone like a couple would. I see. So this is the purpose of calling and messaging a woman you're dating. It's a supplement for the time that you can't meet in person. Interesting. I'm finally beginning to understand why you didn't like the messages I sent before. What? He understands. Next time I send you a message, I'll do my best to include contents that encourage conversation. Also, there's one more thing I wanted to tell you. You've already come all this way today, but I'd like it if you didn't walk around outside alone anymore. Someone should accompany you, especially when you're out late or in areas without many people around. I'm concerned about that man, Yuko. Seeing how you don't have your memories, there's a chance they'll try to take advantage of that for reasons unknown. It would be preferable if you checked to make sure he's not around before you go somewhere, at least for 1 week. I see, that's right. He even showed up while we were where you worked very frequently. We can't say for sure that he isn't planning to take advantage of you, so it's best to be cautious. Although, if you're feeling nervous about it, you might find the constant looking around to be more tiring. I might be worrying more than necessary because I can't always be by your side, and even less so now. Anyway, just stay here for today. Starting tomorrow, I'll make arrangements with Sawa, mine, and others to provide you with information. I'm sure you'll want to regain your memories as soon as possible. If you hear information from them, you might begin to remember things. But to be honest, I'm afraid because I can't be certain of what you'll remember. It might just be an excuse, but I'm busy preparing for the conference. In a way, I don't want to see the gradual change of your attitude towards me once you remember everything. But I still know it's selfish of me to not want you to remember those things, since they are yours to remember. Don't hold back for my sake. Go and reclaim your memories. I wonder if you'd really start to dislike Kent if you remember everything. I mean, Kent's also changed, so even if we remember everything and went back to how we were before, I don't think we would argue as much. What have you forgotten? What happened between you and Kent? I really doubt anything would make you start disliking him at this point. You don't remember anything. I guess we have no idea what happened when you do remember. Go right ahead and eat as much as you want. Whoa, didn't you have a cold? What's with this elegant meal? Mother, it seems she's shocked in thinking that you made this. Oh dear, I'm sorry. Our meals are mostly takeout or catered. My husband Kent and I are rarely at home. There's not much meaning in cooking meals every day since it is beyond our necessity. I don't think this is a matter of necessity. This is obvious for prioritizing efficiency. If you think about our working wages per hour, it's far cheaper to order food than make it ourselves. Wages per hour? You're converting the time to prepare food into amount of money and taking a meal's nutritional values into consideration. Food carefully prepared by professionals is far more balanced than something I can make last minute. This is also far more effective to expand our son's palate, and that's why we prefer to not prepare food ourselves. That was a hard sentence to say, apparently. I realize this is fairly unusual, but do you understand our reasoning? I can totally see why Kent turned out to be the way he is. Still, you're quite a lovely young lady. Yes, as we expect from our son. Well, one's genes attract others most optimal for combination with one's own. This isn't a surprise at all. Of course, we fully believe you would bring a lovely young lady home, Kent. I'm not sure if I chose the optimal genes or not. Is that so? But what could you possibly feel dissatisfied? I'm not dissatisfied, but she might be. Oh dear, are you two fighting? That's not really it. It's okay. Romantic emotions are instinctual for the survival of the species. It'll turn out fine in the end. I hope so. Young lady, Kent may be... Oops. A little stubborn, but he's an excellent son. Even if you and Kent have a disagreement, I believe it would be of value to consider a future with him. While our household may be nothing of real merit to pass down, I can guarantee the chance of you having any discomfort in your life is extremely low. Oh, also don't worry, we don't have any intentions of interfering with your time together. Father, mother, those are not the kinds of issues she's concerned with. However, such terms are very important in marriage, although I can understand why you may prioritize emotions over these. We aren't at that stage yet. This is why I said I didn't want to introduce you yet. Anyway, you don't have to say anything concerning our dating. I'll handle this myself. Well, I suppose it's another important point for a man to prove his qualities. I mean, they're all very rational people in kind of a weird way. Thank you for having us. That was a strange dinner. Kent's family is interesting, but they're also kind of weird. Although Kent's the same way. Are you tired? I'm sorry about the sudden change of plans, but let's walk back slowly. Actually, compared to those parents of his, Kent seems a lot more like a normal human. There's parts of Kent that don't just work based off reasoning. He's got some feelings. Rose, do you feel the same way? Before, I employed the same reasonings as my parents do. It's natural to select the optimal woman for a species preservation. The emotional change known as love occurs and then leads to marriage. But irrationally, the woman whom I favored disliked me. I feel as though I'm not in control and I keep making mistakes. It may even affect my preparations for the most important and life-changing event of my academic career. Is this really what my genes are commanding me to do? In that case, my genes are defective. Either that, or I may just have to admit that there's no rational reason behind love, just as you said. I've been thinking on this a lot lately. Love is irrational. I see. Lately, I've actually been wondering if that's the case. Because I've given my heart to someone I might not even have a future with. Some of these days just end so abruptly. So bored. The next chance we'll have to see Kent is probably the conference on the 25th. Yeah, it's his big moment. You don't want to miss it. But you were told not to go outside alone. And is a math conference really something that outsiders can attend? I'm sure Kent is really busy, so we wouldn't want to bother him. Oh, right, I wonder if Iki's going. You exchanged numbers with Iki before, maybe you can message him. Wow, he's quick to respond. It's okay, I'm going to be there helping out, so I'll make sure you can get in. Oh, should I go pick you up from your place while I'm at it? He's so nice and devoted. This is kind of a breath of fresh air. We're so used to awkward conversations with... We're so used to awkward interactions with Ken. I almost worried that we're being tricked. Anyway, want to ask him? Let's reply. By the way, is this a secret from Ken? I'd be more than happy to help make him jealous. Oh, stop. He really will get super jealous. Why are you hesitating? Are you really thinking that you want him to get jealous? No, I don't really want him to be jealous. Yeah, I think that's for the best. And it seems like Ken is really sensitive when it comes to Iki. If you make him jealous just because, it could turn into a huge ordeal. You don't need to test Kent like that. We're already sure that he likes you. What, you won't do it? Then I'll just tell him that we'll be going together. Anyway, that settles our plans for 3 days from now. The issue now is what we should do with those 3 days. Kent was saying that he'll talk to Sawa and the others. I wonder what he told them. Speaking of which, we're getting a call from Sawa. Oh, hello, it's me. Hey, I just heard a really interesting story from Kent. You're going to be in a movie about your college life? That is a stupid, What? He said to talk to you about any event that may have left an impression. Is it true? I see. An autobiographical movie. Great idea. No, I think it's stupid. Although he'll probably just say that it was an obvious idea. But it's hard to think of events that left an impression on you. I've been thinking for a while about things that happened, but nothing really stands out, so we've lived a very boring life. Maybe Kent's study group left the biggest impression? Tell us more. Amazing. Sounds like we'll be able to gather new information from the comforts of our home. Let's see. I think it all started when you, mine, and I talked after work one day. She was just going after guys like she usually does, and the three of us got really carried away. Ah, I remember that day. Sawa, mine, and I planned out the study group while laughing and walking. Mine went to a different university, but we knew her from work and got along well. Excuse me. Apparently, there was a really handsome guy at her school, and the plan was to have him teach the study group. I just noticed, but the tiles only do a checkered board pattern down the very middle, which is kind of weird looking. But the person who actually taught the class was one of his friends. He was really different, unlike anyone I met before. He tried to explain everything through reason, and it was surprising to me. I was really taken aback, and I started thinking that I wanted to talk to him more. Right, I was really shocked when I met him on the path through the cemetery. After that, I started talking to Ken every morning, and then what happened? Sorry, that's all I can remember. I'll call you if I remember anything else. I'll try talking to mine, Toma, and the others, and some other people at school. Uh-oh, the news that you're making a movie is going to spread pretty far. I heard a lot of stories, but your memories didn't come back. Maybe it wasn't enough? Wait, did you remember something, and I just didn't see it? I see, so our senses aren't completely connected anymore. That makes sense. Lately, you've been remembering all kinds of things. I'm glad. Although, it's a little lonely for me. But it does seem like you got dizzy, and you seem happy, too. Did a good memory come back? Aw, I kind of wanted to see it, too. What kind of memory was it? Can you tell me? Oh, you have a visitor. Be right there. Ah, Chin and Toma. Looks like they came to see you. Hey. How do you feel? I figured we could talk about the movie and visit you at the same time. Wow, word of that movie is really getting around. I wonder if you could really just say, I quit in a cutesy way and get away with it later. You seem to be doing fine. Want to go outside? It doesn't feel right to enter the room of a girl living alone. Are you stupid? We came here to visit. We can't take her outside. She needs to rest. You're the idiot, Toma. You worry way too much. That was 3 days ago, wasn't it? You seem fine now. It would be better to walk around a bit. What will you do? Sorry. What will you do? Sorry for showing up all of a sudden just to tell you this, but don't push yourself. Well, your body is fine already, right? If it wasn't for the thing with Yuko, we'd love to go out to go get some fresh air outside. But if those two are with you, there shouldn't be anything to worry about. Maybe you should talk about Yuko? 10 minutes later. Who's that? Sounds suspicious. Oh, you've never met Yuko before, Shin? No? What, does he visit the cafe a lot? I saw him often until recently. He's got long hair with kind of an androgynous face. He really sounds out. You noticed if you saw him. Never seen him. I don't like this, and he only visits on days when Rose was working. We're never on the same shift. It's probably why I've never seen this guy before. That might be the case, and he was always asking for her to take his orders. Wow, that's scary. He didn't seem like a bad person, though. I wonder what he's doing. What are you talking about? He was definitely targeting her. I don't get your overly trusting see the good in everyone attitude. And you doubt everyone too much. I heard a rumor that a regular customer stopped coming because of an issue with a love triangle. Was that the same guy? Ah, that's right. There was a rumor like that. Right. Now that I think about it, Sawa was all excited about it. But there's no love triangle, nowhere whatsoever, right, Rose? I was actually thinking that rumor was kind of credible. What? Why? Oh, I see. Did the guy look like he was seriously that in love with her? Yes, he did. He was always looking over at her. That is creepy. Wait, really? He kind of gazed at her and had this happy yet sad look on his face. I wondered what it was. It was a complicated expression. It was almost like a look you'd have when talking with someone about old memories, although I don't know why. Well, regardless, I seriously do think he was in love. But that doesn't really make it a love triangle. She said that too. It would seem so. Sounds like it was one-sided. He could have been a pervert. But I haven't seen him lately. I even had a talk with the manager about it. Maybe he changed his strategy. You should be careful, like your boyfriend said. This conversation has not helped with our memories, though. It seems like he really treasures you. That's good. Why didn't you like him before? He seems like a nice guy. Shin, that's none of our business. It's personal. What? Doesn't seem like a problem. If she thinks I'm being nosy, she can tell me herself. You hold back too much from all that worrying, Toma. Yeah, I guess I wonder why I didn't like him. Oh, so you don't know? That's fine. If that change in your feelings happened naturally, there's nothing strange about it. Well, Kent is actually kind of a harsh person in general, but he's actually a nice guy if you get to know him. Anyway, about that movie, we were told to talk about old memories we've had with you. Yes, please do. This is going so smoothly. All these hard times we went through alone together are like a dream now. It's all thanks to Ken. It really is nice to have someone around who can lend you their strength. I've been thinking, no matter what happens in the past, we'll never forget how kind he's been to us. I wonder if Kent had any intentions of sharing what happened with you two before. Oh, you have a visitor. Who could it be today? Wait, it's Kent. Why is he here? The conference is tomorrow. Is he done preparing? I guess you should just open the door for now. Mind if I come in for a while? I was contacted by Sawa. It seems things are progressing. How much have you remembered? What did you remember, and what did you think about it? Do you still think it's okay to talk to me? You won't try to run me off? He's so worried. Oh no. Is it okay for me to be away from you now? While I'm away, will you start thinking that you don't want to see me anymore? It seems a male friend of yours visited yesterday, and Sawa said he really helped cheer you up. What kind of relationship do you two have? Is he able to provide something to you that I can't? What's going on? He seems really flustered. I already know that you're a woman who can form friendships with men as well. Friends are friends and nothing more than that. I understand that, yet I start thinking that I could lose you, and it's dreadful. You'll remember things I don't want you to remember, and someone else besides me will ease your pain. I started to think that even at this very moment, you dislike me just like you did before. I can't stop thinking about such ideas, and I can't do anything. I refuse to have you come over, yet in the end I couldn't help but come here and check on you. This is ridiculous. I'm starting to dislike myself. But still, I can't just sit by and do nothing. Tell me, Rose, what do you remember? Can I save right here? Oh, I can't save. I think it'll be fine. Is that really true? You can say with certainty that regardless of what you remember, nothing will change. Even if you remember that you disliked me before, you could still talk to me like this. When I think that I could make you cry again, I become so afraid and confused. I'm sorry. I want to think it'll be okay too. At the very least, you think it'll be okay right now, and that thought gives me a little bit of courage. Hey, Rose, would you mind telling Kent what I'm about to tell you? There's something I want to tell him. As an outsider, there's something that might be helpful to hear from my perspective. Ready? What is it? The spirit wants to talk? Kent, no matter what she remembers, I believe that she won't look at you the same way as before. You know that, right, Rose? She's seen the kind side of you this whole time. It isn't the same as before when all she knew was your crabby and unsociable self. This is just my opinion, but I think that she truly does like you now. This is just my view, though. But I've been at her side this entire time, so I doubt I'm mistaken. Rose, I want you to write this down too. There's another message. Then let me repeat. From my point of view, I believe that she truly does like you now, Kent. I don't know her true feelings, and I know even less about how she felt before losing her memories. But regardless of how she felt before, she's gained something over the last few weeks. I've also learned that she's not very honest with her own feelings either. It wouldn't be easy for her to start disliking you. You were the same, right, Kent? Before losing her memories, she had a pretty cold attitude towards you, but you didn't start to dislike her for it, right? Or did you really think that if there was one thing you didn't like, you'd start disliking each other for it? Ah, I see. That's right, I truly believe that her attitude was irritating, but I didn't dislike her for it. I was constantly annoyed, but I still liked her. I've always wanted to hear her voice, even if it was just her contempt. I must be crazy. Maybe, but I think she feels the same way now. Just checking, but this really was a message from the spirit, right? Not you writing this yourself. No, you don't have to nod in such desperation. I believe you. I was just checking to be sure. I fully understand the spirit's good intentions. However, since this opinion isn't her own, I can't use this as a proper reference. Wait, what? There's more I wanted to say? What I'm trying to say is, don't be afraid of being disliked. You need to talk to her about everything you're worried about. As long as she can't remember, even if she does like you, she won't be able to say it with absolute certainty. And you just remain in limbo, Kent. That's why you should tell her about what's happened in the past, the things you don't want her to know. It'll be okay. I'll consider it. Sorry, but I don't have enough determination at the moment. But I'll consider it for the future. Is that enough for now? Okay, I get it. Just think about it. Thank you, Rose. Sorry for butting in like that. But as long as your feelings aren't settled and Kent holds onto this misunderstanding, the situation won't be able to improve. I think you both need to gather up some courage. Anyway, I want you to do your best at that conference tomorrow. We'll both come to watch. You'll come to watch? Would you even be able to understand the content of my thesis? Probably not, but there's no reason not to come and cheer you on. No, we wouldn't really understand, but this is a matter of support. We'll be there to cheer you on, even if we don't get what you're talking about. Right, Rose? In other words, I've got another assignment. I need to explain it in a way that even you'll understand. I'll return to the university now that I have a goal. I believe I'll be able to concentrate. You can look forward to tomorrow. I may have to improvise, but I'll stand on stage and explain it as if I'm speaking directly to you. And he's off. That's great, Rose. Let's cheer him on. Hopefully I don't have to read his conference. It's the day of Kent's conference before we knew it. I wonder if he's making the final preparations now. And what time does it start? We never actually asked. Maybe we should call Iki and ask. We still need to come up with a time to meet. Hello. Sorry, is this about meeting up? We've been kinda in a rush. I know it's about time to go pick you up, but Ken still isn't done preparing. I'm helping him out now. Wait, it's almost time for him to start. Huh? Sorry, just a sec. You've forgotten your notes? Will you be alright? You will? Okay, then. But that's not like you, Ken. Wow, they really are in a rush. Sorry, we're so frantic. Anyway, I'll pick you up when things settle down a bit. Just wait a little longer. I'll see you later. He forgot his notes. That sounds kind of bad. Ken was in such a big rush to prepare it these last few days. I wonder if he remembered all of the material. This kind of hurts. He was probably all tense because of you. We'll go get his notes. Yeah, that sounds good. That might be for the best. This is at least partly our fault that he couldn't fully prepare. You'll have to go outside alone, but this is an emergency. Yeah, for now, let's just head over to Ken's house. We might not be able to get in, but it's still morning, so it's possible someone might be home. And if no one's there, then we can go to the university. Wait, don't sprint like that. You've been indoors for the most part ever since you collapsed. It's dangerous to start running suddenly. You see, here comes a car. Huh? Did someone just push your back? Are you okay? It hurts. Ow. Did the car hit me? Huh? What is this? Why do I remember this feeling? Kuro. No, Kuro, wake up. Kuro, Kuro. Oh, apparently her dog is dead. Don't die, Kuro. It seems you ran over her dog with your car. Yeah, but the dog just jumped out of nowhere, and I know there's no fault on your part. But as you can see, the dog is gravely injured. Don't you feel at least some responsibility? It seems It seems to still be breathing. Could you help us bring the dog to a veterinarian? Yes, of course. There you go, Rose. Carry the dog into the car. How did I forget this? Kuro isn't here. I like how we're questioning the dog part now, like the dog I brought from home. We were always together, but not anymore. He died back then. He isn't here anymore. I see. Am I going to end up the same way? Hello, Rose? Sorry it took so long. Who are you? What? A nurse? An accident? She was in an accident. No, I'm just a friend. I see. Okay, I'll understand. I'll tell him. Thank you very much. Ken! What is it? The sites just finished burning. Oh, I see. That's good. But that doesn't matter right now. Calm down and listen carefully. Rose was involved in an accident. When I called her cell phone just now, someone at the hospital answered it. They brought her in and were asking if she had any family around. Apparently she's still unconscious, but her injuries were light and there are no abnormalities in her brainwaves, so she should be fine. Ken, do you know the contact information for her family? Her family lives far away. I doubt even she knows the number to contact them herself. What? Is her family situation that complicated? There are various circumstances. I'm the only one who knows her situation. It would be appropriate for me to go as a substitute, but It's already time. Her injuries were light, correct? That's what the nurse said. Ikkyu, what would you do at a time like this? This presentation is important and it could have a heavy bearing on my life, but the woman I'm dating was involved in an accident and was brought to the hospital despite her injuries being light. Would it really be okay for me to leave her like this? Ken, I can't answer that. This is something for you to decide. Do what you feel is right. Would it be possible to change the order for the presentations? I don't have much time until the conference begins. If I can do my presentation first, it shouldn't take much time to finish. Wait right here. I'll go negotiate with the committee. No, I'll back you up. I think I'm better at convincing people. It would be best if the people in charge... It would be best if the person in charge was a woman. You have my thanks, Ikkyu. A hospital? I'm still alive. Looks like I didn't join Kuro. Ah, right, I remember. Back then I told Kent, I hate you. How long are you going to act this way? The dead will never return. You should have already realized that your pet will die long before you do. If you have time to grieve, you should reflect on this experience and make use of it for the future. The first problem was that you continued using the same leash until it frayed and snapped. The fact that the dog ran off the moment the leash snapped means you didn't discipline it properly. These two problems need to be corrected when you decide to raise the next dog. Yes, it is valid. But he has good points, like, if you can see the leash is frayed, buy a new leash. And most people don't discipline their dogs enough anyway for them not to run off, so that's also a huge issue. It is the wrong time. Also, there were issues with your reaction to that kind of emergency. I happened to be here this time, but what if you were alone? You likely wouldn't have noticed that it was still possible to save the dog's life. Although it didn't matter in this instance, since we didn't make it in time, I believe you should consider taking these types of measures before such an emergency can occur a second time. Why would you say such a thing? What? How could you say that? I know there's a lot I need to consider about the situation. I know Kuro died because I was an inexperienced owner. You don't need to tell me. But is it really something I need to think about right now? Is it bad for me to miss Kuro and to be sad that he died? Just stop it, please. I want to be alone. Accidents sometimes can't be avoided. Everyone makes mistakes. But I believe learning from these mistakes would be the greatest form of respect for that dog's lost life. That dog, not even his name. When you raise your next dog, you can just stop it already. Go away. Leave me alone. I hate you, Kent. I hate you. I see. Kent was worried about that all this time. I thought it was something he didn't care about at all. I'm a little happy, but if possible, I don't want to remember this. Okay, you seem to be doing well. You'll probably need to stay at the hospital for a few days for observations. Have you contacted your family? Excuse me. Kent. Are you family? We'd like to discuss her hospital arrangements. No, we can't get in contact with her family. As for her hospital arrangements, I could take care of that as her representative. Is that okay? Very well. The required items are written here. Please prepare them by tonight. I'll come back later until then. Kent came, but it's still early. What about the conference? You seem better than expected. I'm relieved. Oh, about the conference. I presented first and then left immediately. There was supposed to be a get-together after the conference, but I don't really care about that. I just wanted to see that you were safe as soon as I could get out. To think you'd be involved in an accident, it's exactly as that man said, you can't be left alone. Oh, that reminds me, it felt like someone pushed me. Could it have been Yuko? You can't be alone here tonight. I'm worried about you. If you don't mind the idea, could I stay here overnight? I want to see how you're doing, at least for a day. I'm sorry for leaving you alone. He's going to be here? That's good. If Ken's here, I'll be okay. I wonder when I start feeling this way. Hey. Hey, Rose. Can you see me? Alright. You finally looked at me. I put in some effort so you can see me temporarily. It seems like you can't see me anymore, and you can't even hear my voice. I was by your side the whole time. I saw Kent come rushing to see you too. Such passion. But it seems like it's time for us to part ways. It was only a short time, but it was really fun being with you, playing around and fighting with so many people. It looks like I didn't end up ruining your life by making you lose your memories. That's relief. In fact, it might have even been your very own. It might have been your very own Cupid, or am I just being egotistical? You know, Kent's a little insensitive, but he's also a really nice guy. It seems like you remembered the sad memory he was worried about, though. It's okay. The two of you can now get through anything, no matter how sad the memory was. That's why I'm going now. Get along with Kent. It's okay to fight once in a while, but when you do, just remember that being honest about your feelings will help you make up. And if you're happy, I'll be able to not worry and get back to doing my work. Once we're separated, you'll probably forget me, but I'll never forget you. Even after I return to my world, I'll be praying for your happiness. Bye-bye, Rose. Take care. Bye-bye, Orion. It was really fun being with you two. There's another day? I thought that was the end. I see. So you remember that time? Yes. I was thinking about that while you were sleeping as well. Anyway, what did you think when you remembered? Is it okay for me to be here? Do you still wish to talk to me? I think we're gonna go with It's All in the Past. Although it wasn't really that long ago. I'm glad that you don't mind, but to be honest, I still can't settle down over it. I must sound selfish. Is this really okay? You won't tell me to leave? You don't want to revoke our current dating status? Rose, I made you cry, but you'll still forgive me? Someone close to me said this, I think. They said it's okay. They said I wouldn't see you the same way as I did before. Yeah, that's right. We already forgot Orion in a day? Even knowing the past, I can't see him the same way as before. That's because I now know that Kent is a truly kind person. It's okay. Rose, I'll do my best not to ever make you cry again. If there's anything I do that you don't like, tell me. I will treasure you. Yes. How many more days are there? I mean, I guess the month's almost over, so we'll just go to the end of the month, I guess. Hello, we came to visit. Sawa, mine. The loud people are here again. Wait, Kent, it's been a while. No way, Kent, I didn't think you'd be here. That's so rude. Where do you think he was gonna be? Have you been staying in her hospital room? What a surprise. You were really shocked, though. You were in a traffic accident, right? You look a lot better than expected. When do you get out of the hospital? Tomorrow. Why do you need to answer for her, Kent? I'm here in place of her family. Her parents live too far away to visit. What? Her family? Wow, it's like you two are already married. Married? As the person closest to her besides her family, I simply came here to watch over her. Her family isn't even here, but you're attending to her, Kent. Doesn't that mean you're even closer than her family? You're not staying here overnight, are you? It's about time for you two to leave. What? So I was right. If you don't leave, I will. Wait a minute, you could tell us more details about it. Okay, we're sorry. We asked a little too much. Seeing how Kent seems to be mad now, we should stop teasing him. What? But I want to hear more. Anyway, back to the main issue. I'm glad you seem to be doing pretty well. The manager and the others were worried about you too, you know? Ah, that's right. He said to get plenty of rest. What about that man, Yuko? Huh? Yuko? We haven't seen him around. Why'd you ask? Wait a sec. Was that cheating rumor really true? Sawa, didn't I tell you before that that man is suspected of stalking her? Yeah, I heard that, but just like I said the other day, he hadn't come to the cafe in a while. Maybe you're just overthinking it? I don't know about that. I actually heard some pretty scary news. Wait, what? I heard that the day before yesterday, an unidentified man was found dead after falling from the roof of an apartment complex in the neighborhood. And that man's features were pretty similar to Yuko's. Maybe that's just coincidence? Maybe, but that roof was in the perfect position to see into this room. They said the railing the man was leaning on collapsed due to rust, and it happened in the middle of the night. If you think about what he was doing in that place at that time of night, it's actually pretty creepy. You're saying he could have been looking into this room and fell by accident? Isn't that really scary? I doubt that's anything more than fantasy. If he's a real stalker, that's not too far-fetched. Wait, really? If that man really was Yuko, we'd be safe now, but the basis for that conclusion is far too weak. That's not what I mean. It's scary because he could have died with a grudge. Again, meaningless fantasies. Rose, as long as we don't know for certain that man was Yuko, I can't leave you alone. Yuko can't catch a break even in a story. Oh, excuse me. Yuko? Was he the person who pushed me during the accident? I wonder if the person who died really was him. That reminds me, why were you alone at the time of the accident? Ikkyu was supposed to pick you up. Ah, right, I heard that you ran off to get something you forgot, Kent. Really? You didn't know? That's what Ikki was guessing anyway. That was a very important conference, wasn't it, Kent? But in the end, you quickly finished your presentation to come to the hospital, right? It's going to be love. But because you were able to finish, your application to study abroad was accepted. Is it really okay for you two to be separated? That hasn't been decided yet. The official results will be disclosed on the 31st. Although, that's pretty much decided. Studying abroad. That's right, Kent was going to study abroad when he finished the conference. Soon we won't be able to see each other. I'm home. It's really quiet. I wonder why I feel like I was always talking to someone here. Who was it? It wasn't Kent. Until recently, we were always just fighting after all. There weren't many times when he came in here. Have I forgotten something again? It's a little lonely. I like how we skipped the 29th and 30th. Oh, someone's here. Could it be Sawa? Or maybe Kent? Yes, I'll be right there. Ah, Kent, hello. I just received a formal decision about my studying abroad. Oh? Would you like to go for a little walk? I've been thinking for a while about what to say to you. However, I couldn't come up with appropriate words. I feel like it's presumptuous to assume that you'd miss me. However, I also can't imagine that you'd be happy about this either. Do you mind if I interpret the complicated look on your face in my own way? Rose. To fully confess the truth, I'm unable to be happy about this decision. I wouldn't be able to see you. The 3 days before the conference were painful enough. I don't know if I'll be able to endure an entire year. I don't know if you'd be welcome me back with the same smiling face I've grown accustomed to when I return either. I might speak and behave like I'm tough, but I'm actually afraid to go through with this. How pathetic of me. Is it really okay for me to dream of a future with you? Rose, in 1 year. It's 1 year. Can I ask you to wait for me for just 1 year? Do you mind if I hope for you to welcome me back when I return? Yes, I'll be waiting. Please, come back soon. Thank you. Just wait. 3 weeks later. Kent is so tall. Or we're just super short. Kent, you need to go. I know, you don't have to say that. I'm sorry. Could you tell me you'll be lonely? That you want to see me again? I don't care if it's a lie. If you just say that, I'll believe you, and I'll be able to let go of these hands. I'll be lonely. I want to see you again. It's not a lie. I'll be waiting for your return. Kent. They're going to finish boarding soon. I know. I'll go. I'll send you a message. I might not know what to write, and it might end up being brief, just like before, but I'll be happy even with just good morning and good night. I'll be waiting. If possible, I'll be happy if you reply to me. It seems you were holding back before because you thought you'd appear soft. But I'm correct to assume that you didn't dislike me as much now, right? Of course. I'm sorry about before. I'll reply to you from now on. Yes, I have high hopes for that. Why did we zoom in on his back? I feel like I'm dreaming for a long time about the day that I could see you smile. I want to believe that I won't wake up from that dream even if I let go of these hands. I'll be off. Goodbye. Ah, it's a message from Kent. It's morning, so it's probably good morning. I want to see you. The end. Ugh. Well, that's the end of Kent's world, I guess. Yeah, we're almost done, kitty. Oop. Okay. So I guess we'll start a new world next week. Is there one that you guys are looking forward to? We have Heart, Spade, and Diamonds is the worlds that we have left. I mean, I picked my favorite world. I really like Kent's story, so that's why I picked that one first. Otherwise, I don't care which one we do next. The other ones are fine, but I like Kent the best, I think. I guess we could just go in order now. I know, okay. But I guess that will be the end of stream. I hope everyone has a good rest of their day or night. It's kind of late now. We streamed for so long. I did not expect to be almost 3 hours. I was really expecting us to be close to being done, and it just kept going on. I'm like, oh, we weren't close at all. It is a neat game. I normally don't play otome games, but I liked the anime of it, so I thought, why not try it? And I like it so far. Okay. But I really do need to start heading out, so I will see you all next week. Bye.